For our No Spend Monday, I'm going to review all of the appliance expenses that we had to pay moving into our fully unfurnished apartment in Ho Chi Minh City. So when we were first looking at apartments in this area, we were trying to make the decision whether to go with a furnished or unfurnished apartment. After reviewing several units, we were pretty determined to stay in one particular building. We did look at a furnished and unfurnished option, and the difference between the two was about $614 a month. When we sat down and ran the numbers for how long we were going to end up being in Vietnam, we determined that it was more cost-effective for us to go for the unfurnished option. Since we went with the unfurnished option, we needed to get appliances like a fridge, a washer and dryer, microwave, etc. to include for our apartment. We asked a few friends as well as our realtor on what location they would recommend that was best to get these items from, and pretty much everyone said Nguyen Kim was the best option. They really have a lot of options between appliances and electronic items, so I would recommend going here, especially because they run a lot of promotions throughout the year. The first item we ended up getting was our fridge. We got the same size unit as the one that we had at our last apartment, and it worked well with us going to the grocery store multiple times a week. It is a little on the small side though. We did end up buying this on a promotion, and we paid about a total of $500 for this fridge. The next kitchen appliance we ended up getting was our microwave. I did find that microwave expenses were maybe a little bit more expensive than I remember getting one in the States. We did pay a total of about $92 for our microwave. Next, moving on to TVs, we ended up getting two TVs, one for our living room and one for our bedroom. We ended up getting the same branded TV. We just got one that was 75 inches and then the other one that was 65 inches. We ended up paying about $407 for our 65-inch one. And then we ended up paying about $653 for our 75-inch one. I will say the picture quality on these TVs as well as the sound is really, really good, and we would definitely recommend getting these. And we did get them for a much better price than is listed on their website now. Next, moving on to our washer and dryer. This is the first time I've ever had an LG appliance, and I actually would really recommend it in the future. It works really well. There's no issues that I've had with it, and I'm a big fan. We ended up only paying $346 for our washing machine, which is a lot cheaper than in the States. We ended up getting the matching dryer. They only have the 10.5 version online, but we did get the 9 kg version. There really aren't a ton of dryer options due to the fact that I think most people hang dry their clothes. We personally do prefer to have a dryer though. We just like how our clothes feels after it comes out of the dryer. We found that our options were really only an inverter, which does have a tank that you have to dump occasionally. I think